Gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining in the podcast by hospitalityconnoisseur.com, where we officially talk about everything hospitality. Just a gentle reminder for you guys, be proud to be a hotelier. I hope you guys liked our previous podcast about quick learning tips of the front office department. But if you haven't listened to it yet, then don't worry, we have every podcast available on our website. Simply tune in and keep learning, keep growing. Now, moving on to the topic of today's podcast, which is motivation management in the hospitality industry. So, if you are a head of the department, or a supervisor, or a manager, or a hospitality student, or just a trainee, keep listening this podcast because this is going to be something informative for you. And we are about to dive into the process of motivation management. Specifically, you will be understanding about how to inspire people of your department or your staff in a systematic way. Firstly, let's talk about what is motivation. Well, motivation is a process which inspires people to give their best to the organization through the use of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards are connected with achievement, recognition, and responsibility. At the other side, extrinsic rewards are more about job designing, work scheduling, and appraisal-based incentives. Now, here's something important. Combining forces that allow people to behave in certain ways is an integral aspect of motivation. Just to remember, people must have both ability and motivation when they're about to perform at a high level. Got it? Moving ahead, let's talk about motivation management in a structured way. So, in the motivation management, job designing is the first thing. Organizing tasks and responsibilities towards having a productive line and staff functions of work is called job design. The main purpose of job design is to integrate the needs of employer to suit the requirements of an organization. Well, in a simple form, job designing is all about putting a right person at a right place. You cannot tell a fish to climb a tree and a monkey to swim in the water. As a leader or a manager, you must need to identify that which person is better for what kind of job. You can simply identify it by observing his or her skill set and mindset. Now, the second thing is work scheduling. So, organizations must realize the importance of work scheduling to motivate employees through job enrichment, shorter work weeks, or through regular offs. But employees need to be challenged at work, and the job itself must be one that they value. Simply, work scheduling is an attempt to structure work by incorporating the physical, psychological, and behavioral aspects of work. Now, the third thing. The third thing is job evaluation. So, job evaluation is a systematic process of determining the relative worth of jobs in order to establish which job should be paid more than others within the organization. The job evaluation can help to establish internal equality between various jobs, and it is also helpful for designing wage structure for similar jobs and different skill sets. Moving ahead, the fourth thing is performance appraisal, an important part of the employee motivation management. Now, after an employee has been selected for a job and also trained to do it properly, the method of performance appraisal should be used to evaluate his or her performance of their work journey. In simple words, performance appraisal is the process of deciding how employees do their jobs. Performance appraisals are also helpful to design incentives or benefit structure for employees just to keep them motivated at work. Come on guys, remain focused here. So, in addition to basic wage structure, most organizations nowadays offer incentive or compensation based on the actual performance of the employee. Moreover, organizations have been offering a bunch of other benefits and services including birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, paid holiday packages, and club memberships just to boost confidence level of employees and keep them motivated all the time. So, not just in hospitality, but in every kinds of organizations, motivation management should be there, because motivated employees are always productive employees, and productive employees will lead you to happy customers and more business. Well, just to summarize, job designing, work scheduling, performance appraisal, and incentives are the main parts of motivation management. If you evaluate each employee through this structure, then it will definitely give you bright insights about him or her, and it will help you to give him or her relevant work which he or she can complete with the best manner. Now, the key is you can use these 4 things to evaluate your employees, as well as to analyze what kind of work suits them. During this process, you can also use tactics of productivity management. If you want to know more about it, then we have a podcast available for that on our website and on YouTube. Simply listen and learn. Just remember one rule: never tell a fish to climb a tree and a monkey to swim in the water, because they won't be able to do this thing, and at the end you will only be disappointed and they will become demotivated too. You better ignore that thing and try focusing on identifying each staff member's caliber and assign work accordingly. And if they do it best, then don't forget to appreciate them too. Remember, it boosts their confidence. Well, that is it for today. We wish you all the very best and thank you for listening to today's podcast of Hospitality Connaisseur. To know more about who we are, simply visit us online at hospitalityconnoisseur.com. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned. Here, learning never stops. We are Hospitality Connaisseur. Let's grow together!